So recently Minecraft released a snapshot 21W06A, and in this snapshot we got the new caves. So I thought, why not try to survive Minecraft Hardcore 100 days in 1.17. This is how it went. My spawn was amazing. It was one of the prettiest spawns I've ever had. After I stopped admiring the beautiful sight, I started chopping down some trees in order to make my first set of tools. I got the right amount of cobble, and then I moved on to mining some coal, as it will be needed for smelting later on in the world. After that I chopped down some trees, and then I killed some animals for food, as my hunger was running low, and if I didn't do anything about it, I was basically a dead man. After I smelted my food and I fully regenerated, I went down some small caves and I started mining for resources like iron, copper and coal. I was mining for 4 days in order to get as much stuff as possible. As I was exploring the small caves, I found one of the new generated structures in caves that contain one of the newest blocks, the amethyst block. The texture of the block looks quite pretty, and I also saw that you can get crystals, so I didn't waste any time and I just took some of the crystals. I kept on mining and exploring, and after finding a mineshaft I finally found it. The new caves. They left me speechless. They were gigantic. It almost didn't feel like Minecraft. It felt like I was playing modern Minecraft just like back in the day, but no, it was actually real. These types of caves do really exist. I began looking around the caves and I found the first diamond of my world, which I was very excited about. I kept on mining and I got tons of iron, copper and gold, even diamonds. I got everything possible. I was so happy. However, I had to snap back to reality quite quickly as I got my first near-death experience. I was surrounded by a bunch of skeletons and a bunch of creepers, and somehow I managed to escape. I was on half a heart. My life flashed before my eyes. I was so happy I made it out alive. Before I left the caves, I made full diamond armor and a couple of diamond tools, and then I was ready to go. I left the caves at day 5 and I started exploring the land as I wanted to find a place to live. On my way I found a jungle and I took some bamboo because I remembered that with bamboo I can craft scaffoldings, and also they look nice in general, so I just took some without any hesitation. For 4 days up to day 9 I travelled and explored land just so I can find a place where I can live. I travelled by boat, I walked miles, but I just couldn't find a place that I can call home. A lot of places looked nice, but they just weren't the one. Until on day 9 I finally found a place I can call my home. I found a plains biome with a spruce biome next to it, and that was enough to win me over. I set up a couple of furnaces so I can smelt all my resources, and a couple of chests so I can leave some of the stuff I didn't need at the moment. I then looked around the land and I actually found the village right next to me. I quickly looted the village, then went back to my house. At day 10 I began a little mine next to my house and I got some more iron and gold. As a whole I was just exploring the caves. At day 11 I used the wheat to go from the village and I started a cow farm. The cow farm is essential to my world for a couple of reasons. First, it's a food source, and second, I will need leather so I can make books for bookshelves, so later on I can get a level 30 enchanting table. After I finished with my farm I started collecting the stuff I was smelting, and then I organized them in one of the chests. Day 12 to day 14 I went for some more mining as I needed coal because I didn't have enough. I couldn't even fully smelt my iron and gold because of the fact my coal ran out. I was slightly annoyed, but I just had to deal with it. After exploring the caves for a little bit longer I found a spawner. I looted the spawner and I got a name tag out of it. I was quite happy that I got a name tag because that meant that I can name a pet when I get one. Day 15 I started building at my house. I'm not the best builder in the world, but I believe I'm decent at building. I decided to build my house out of spruce logs and spruce planks as I love the spruce wood, and it just looks the best in my opinion. I couldn't finish it on day 15 because I wanted to make the roof out of stone bricks, so I had to go back into the caves and get some more cobblestone. Day 16 to day 18, before I went to the caves I made a little shack looking thing so I know where my mines are. I didn't spend a lot of time on it, so I just went down the caves and started mining for some more cobble. As I was going down the mines I found a mine shaft, and when I escaped the mine shaft I got to the big caves. There were massive whirlpools and a bunch of lava falls. It looked quite nice. I then decided to continue mining for diamonds especially. I really wanted to get as many diamonds as possible because then I wouldn't have to go mining for diamonds for some time. Day 19 I started making my first farm, and it was a potato farm. It wasn't the biggest potato farm, I didn't really need potatoes, but extra source of food is always appreciated. It took me some time to finish the farm as I didn't have enough potatoes to plant, so I had to use some bone meal so I can make potatoes. It was a long process, but I finally managed to finish the farm. Day 20 I started building the roof for my house. I was building it out of stone bricks. I was going for the medieval look and it was looking pretty nice until I found out I don't have enough blocks to finish the roof, so I was quite annoyed. I had to go back into the mines, get some more cobble and then smelt it and then finish the roof. Before I went into the mines I went to get some sand for glass and then I went to bed. Day 21 I started smelting my sand. I then went into the mine so I can get cobble so I can finally finish the roof of my house. I wanted to get as much cobble as possible because I didn't really want to waste any more time on the roof. I also realized one thing about 1.17, and that is that getting cobblestone is a lot harder purely because you don't strip mine anymore, as it's easier to get resources by just exploring the massive caves. Day 22 I started smelting the cobble and then I finished the windows in my house. I then bred my cows as I wanted to have as many cows as possible because food and air will always be appreciated. I then finally finished my roof roof, and then I moved on finishing the floor and the ceiling in my house. I think at the end the house looked quite nice. I didn't do any decorations on the outside, but I still liked it. I then got my chests and furnaces and I finally moved in. Day 23 was more of a farming day. I bred my cows, I got some sugarcane from the sugarcane farm I made. I needed sugarcane as I needed to make paper with it for books. I then went to the near village to see if there are any villagers alive so I can eventually start trading with them. And then finally, I replanted my potato farm. Day 24, I went down the mine and I entered one of the big caves I was exploring. I really wanted to find some more diamonds and lapis because I didn't have a lot of lapis on me. But for some reason, I couldn't find a lot. For some reason, the newest update made it impossible to find lapis. It is honestly super rare and I can barely find any. Day 25, I went on a little exploration trip. I tried to find lava pools, as after the cave update, lava pools underground basically became extinct. I couldn't find anything. I was looking everywhere for a lava pool, but I just couldn't seem to find one. So I just had to give up for the day. I got back to my house and I decided to make 12 buckets so I can then go underground and get 12 lava buckets so I can make obsidian. Day 26 to 28 we had one goal, and that goal was to get 12 lava buckets so I can make an enchanting table and a nether portal. I was trying my hardest to find lava. It took me way too long. I had to go through like 10 different caves so I can just fill the 12 buckets. I also nearly died again because of my stupidity. I somehow managed to survive on half a heart. The good thing was that while I was trying to get the lava buckets, I also managed to get some diamonds, which was pretty cool. When I finally got the last lava bucket, I was ready to leave. Day 29, I turned the lava into obsidian and then I mined it. I made my enchanting table and then I realized I made a massive mistake. I miscalculated the amount of obsidian I needed for a portal and an enchanting table, and I was 2 lava buckets off. I was slightly annoyed because that meant I have to go back and find 2 more lava buckets so I can finally enter the nether. I then made some bookshelves and I placed them next to my enchanting table. Day 30, I bred my cows once again. I then went on getting some of the sugarcane from my farm and then I made another bookshelf and finally achieved the level 30 enchanting table. I started enchanting a couple of my tools and armor. I got fortune 3 on my pickaxe, which was very good. However, my armor enchantments were kind of bad, but I wasn't too bothered about it. Day 31, I went down to the caves to get my 2 lava buckets so I can finally go into the nether. Apart from getting lava, I also stopped by to get some coal. I used my fortune 3 pickaxe and honestly that thing does wonders. I then made 2 more obsidian and then I finally made my nether portal. I was ready to enter anytime. Day 32, I entered the nether. I quickly left because I didn't have a bow and there were ghasts, so I didn't want to deal with it. I had to go back to my house and get a bow. From day 32 to 34, I stayed in the nether mining for quartz and then I started mining for some ancient debris. I got my first ancient debris. I wasn't using any specific strats for finding ancient debris. I was just strip mining, hoping for the best. Day 35. I came back to the overworld and smelted my ancient debris into netherite scraps. I then turned them into netherite ingots by crafting them with gold. Using the smithing table, I turned some of my diamond armor into netherite armor and also my pickaxe with iron to netherite. I then did some more enchanting and combining with my armor and I finally got prot 4 leggings. Day 36 to 38, I was mining for more ancient debris. Honestly, mining the nether is actually amazing because first, you gain a lot of experience because of the quartz around you, and also blocks break extremely fast. So finding ancient debris is a lot easier and quicker. Day 39, I came out of the nether and I smelted the ancient debris I got. I enchanted a diamond helmet with prot 3 and then I bred my cows for some more XP. Now after a bit of more enchanting and smithing, I finally acquired my god armor. Full prot 4. Well, not really, except for my helmet. It was prot 3, but no one really cares. Day 40 to 42, I went back into the nether. I did a lot of quartz mining, and when I say it was a lot, I actually mean a lot. I got stacks of quartz, which was quite good as I love the quartz block in general, because it's a great building block. After I left the nether, I got myself a new powerful sharpness 4 sword, with looting 3. Happy days. Day 43 to day 45, I decided it was time for me to start trying to trade with some villagers. I tried trading with the villagers and what I was looking for was a mending book. I can't lie, that was the hardest thing ever. And after 2 days of trying to trade with the villagers, I gave up. I couldn't get a mending book. I just gave up and I just settled for a silk touch book. Day 46, a new update came out and the new updates changed the textures of the gold, iron, coal, lapis and redstone after they decided to leave diamonds with their original texture. That's why I decided to go mining just to check them out, and honestly, I like how they look. The only problem with the whole thing was that I would have preferred if they also changed diamond's texture, but it wasn't a big deal. Day 47, I went for some more mining underground. I found some more amethyst blocks and crystals. I also wanted to get more gold, and then I realized that there's an easier way to get gold. I came back to land and then I put silk touch on one of my pickaxes. At day 48 to 50, I went into the nether to mine gold with my silk touch pickaxe. I remembered that if I silk touch the gold blocks in the nether and then I smelled them, I will get the whole ingot instead of golden nuggets. So it just made a lot more sense for me to just mine it with the silk touch pickaxe. At day 51, I decided that it was time for me to try find fortress, and this was where the struggle began. I was looking for a fortress from day 51 to 59. I went in every direction possible, and then finally I managed to find a fortress in the middle of nowhere. I had to bridge over a massive lava pool, but I managed to survive. I found the fortress on day 59. I had to make a weird staircase to the top bit where the stuff actually spawned. I killed a bunch of water skeletons, endermen and blazes. My looting sword helped me a lot, as it was a lot easier for me to get blaze rods and pearls. I even managed to get 2 wither skulls. I don't know what are the odds to get a wither skull with looting 3 sword, but I don't think it's incredibly high. After I got the right amount of blaze rods and blaze powder, I left the nether. Day 60, I replanted my potato farm, and then I went into the village as I wanted a round 2 with the villager to try and get him to give me a mending book. After a couple of failed attempts, I gave up, but I found another villager, so I knew that not all hope was lost. I then got my first pay in my word, my zombie pigman Christopher. He was just chilling in the hole I made for him, just vibing. I then killed some phantoms because I needed their membranes for potions. Day 61. I decided to decorate my house on the outside. I'm not the best decorator, but I think I managed to make it look quite good. I put some effort into it. I tried to use a combination of fences, stairs and trapdoors to make the house a tiny bit better. In my opinion, it looked nice, but I don't know, you guys would probably roast me in the comments for my building skills. Day 62, I decided to put fences around my potato farm, and I also made a wheat farm as my wheat was finishing, as I used most of it on breeding my cows. I didn't really want to spend a lot of time on some fancy farm, so I just made the most casual farm. I had to terraform the land a bit because of where I made the farm, but it wasn't that big of a problem. Day 63, I decided to enchant a new pickaxe as all my good pickaxes were running low, and I went into the nether. I went to go back into the fortress so I can get nether wood, so I can finally make some potions. I also managed to get another wither skull, so now I had 3 so I could summon the wither. It took me some time to find the nether wood in the fortress, but I finally got it. I came out of the nether at day 65. I decided to start brewing my potions. I went to make slow falling potions because they will help me with killing the ender dragon, as if I get launched up in the air I will be able to survive. I made other potions like strength and fire resistance. I then went to trade with the villagers for some emeralds. Day 66 to 67, I got the second villager and I tried to get him to give me mending books. Again, the struggle was real. I was trying so hard, and finally he gave me the mending book. I was so happy. There were actual tears in my eyes. I was that happy. The mending books were quite expensive, but I was way too happy and I didn't really care about how expensive it was. Day 68 to day 70, I went mining. Using my silk touch pickaxe, I got a lot of diamonds, gold, iron, lapis, and I was just ready to bring back my resources to my house so I can use my fortune pickaxe so I can get as much as possible with them. When I got back, I used my fortune 3 pickaxe to break the diamond blocks, and I got more than a stack. I was doing well with the diamonds. Day 71 to 74. I went into the nether as I needed to get some more ancient debris as my armor was running low. Nothing else really happened during these days, just mining and mining. Day 75, I turned my ancient debris into netherite ingots, and then I made some more netherite armor. I tried fixing my armor. I fixed some parts of it as I got some bad enchants on certain parts, but I was fine with it. Day 76, I decided that it was time to build something new. I wanted to build a place where I can keep my potions, and I could also make a little netherworld farm. I went to build a place out of the blue trees you find in the nether, and also the black stone bricks, as I thought it would look nice. I went into the nether and I chopped down as many trees as possible. Day 77 to 78, I was building the place. I think it came out pretty nice. I think the bricks and the wood actually looked pretty nice together, and overall it was a good combo. Overall, I think I managed to make it look good. I think you guys will probably roast me again for my building skills, but we move. Day 79, I had to finish the inside of the house. I put the floor, and then I needed glass so I could make the windows for the house. I decided to go for the light blue glass as it will match with the blue logs and planks I used for the actual house, so I think my decision was justified. Day 80, I decorated inside the building. I put soul sand so I can make a little netherworld farm. I also put some brewing stands on the side so I can brew potions. I also put some chests so I can store bottles and just stuff for my potions in general. Day 81 was a farming day. I bred my cows, I replanted my wheat farm, I also replanted my potatoes farm. Overall, it was just a pretty chill day. I didn't do much during that day, just farming. Day 82, I decided to make another house on the coast of the island so I can fish there. It was a pretty simple wooden house, it didn't take much time, I built in a day, and overall, I think it looked quite cute. Day 83, I killed some of the cows that needed food. I also got the sugarcane from my sugarcane farm, and I traded with the villagers at the village. Honestly, trading with the villagers was so slow. Their prices were too high and I wasn't getting anything good, so I needed to find a zombie villager and turn him into a villager as soon as possible. Day 83 to 85, I went mining and I went to get some more cobblestone, and also on the way some more resources. I didn't have a lot of cobblestone, I needed building blocks for the future. I was also trying to find the new block, the greenstone, but I just couldn't find it. Day 86 was me just fishing. Yep, nothing else, just fishing. And I even got a saddle, So that was pretty cool. Day 87 I started preparing for the end. I want to get myself apples so I have golden apples during the battle with the Ender Dragon. Gapples will be extremely important as I will be able to regen with them while fighting with the dragon and the Enderman at the same time. Day 88 was another farming day. I farmed my potatoes and I also farmed my sugarcane. I turned the sugarcane into paper and then I started trading with the villagers in the village. Day 89 I found another villager in one of the caves next to the village. I took him out and I tried to get good trades out of him, but again it didn't work. I was just wasting my time. Day 90 to 95 was the real struggle. I tried to find a zombie villager and honestly it just didn't work. Zombie villagers did not spawn next to my house. I was roaming around, I was waiting for the night to come and nothing happened. Day 96, I went down to the caves and I finally managed to find a zombie villager. I took him into a place I dug and I gave him a potion of weakness and a gapple. It was a bit of a struggle to trap him, but I finally managed to trap him and now I just had to wait for the zombie to turn into a villager. Day 97, I tried to get a mending trade out of the villager and after a couple of minutes I got mending and I started training with the villager. I got mending for all my armor parts and I was ready to go and fight the dragon. Day 98, I went quickly to the nether so I can get my armor to full durability and then I had to sort out my inventory for the fight with the dragon. I got everything I needed. I got my bow, I got my potions. I only had one apple because golden apples are incredibly hard to get. And just like that, I was ready to fight. So I went out to find a stronghold and after not so long, I managed to find it. Day 99 was the day I had to fight the dragon. I decided to play it smart. I used the slow falling potion immediately and I was ready to fight. I can't lie, the slow falling potions are way too OP in the end, because I didn't have to worry about the dragon launching me up in the air. I was basically untouchable. My sword dealt most of the damage, but I finally dealt the last blow to the dragon with my power 2 bow that I actually got at the beginning of my hardcore, which was actually quite cool. I quickly got the egg and I went back home. Day 100, the last day of my world. I didn't have much to do anymore, so I, just like any old wise man, I went fishing. Yep, I went fishing. That's how we ended the 100 days. Anyways guys, honestly, if you like this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe, as in this way you're helping my channel. If you guys want me to do 100 days to 200 days in Minecraft Hardcore, please leave a comment down below. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.